All right, it's like 6:46, and these are some of the worst directions of all time. I got to the area, drove around this massive loop for a long time, kept following all the signs that said POKER, which is supposed to be in the Parks East building, which, here it is, Parks East. Finally got here, and POKER isn't here anymore. Too bad every single sign says that. And it's like dark and snowing, so I don't even know. The guy in there, it's a ghost town in there, by the way. Don't know what goes on in that building. It's really nice on the inside. There's just absolutely nothing going on. And he said it's in the main building. I don't know, there's a building over there, there's a building over there. I guess over there. The one that says beer garden. I guess I'll try to drive somewhat close. Doesn't even seem like it's all that simple in the light, and it's like dark and there's snow, so this is making it tougher to find stuff. Casino parking. All right, I'll follow that sign and try to make it over there. The biggest reason I'm like, I don't sound happy. Time isn't a massive factor. I'm in the area. My name is going to come off the list fairly soon, so I don't want that to happen and then have to wait. But I think I'll make it there in time. All right, it's almost 7 o'clock, so I want to tell you a couple things. In the last place I was, Resorts World, I lost $8. I played, I think, exactly 30 minutes. Here I stayed longer. I think I played 55 minutes because it was fun, and they all were. But now towards the end of the night, I could like play a little longer. I'm not worried about the long drives, and made $102. But the funniest thing was, well, it's funny just the accents, the conversations, the topics, that people are like trash talking and you think they're enraged, but they really don't care in the least. Just like fun East Coast stuff. But just to prove to you that Vegas is the only city where we're like constantly shorthanded, it's the only city where people take very frequent breaks and very long breaks, and you have to ask to get them picked up. So, we were full when I sat. They had one seat open, I filled the table. While I was playing, one guy left to play the tournament. So when I left, we were playing 8-handed, my final hand, then I got up. I stood up. I'm still within arm's reach of the table. Like, I'm like an inch away from the table. And the guy in the 6th seat says something to his friend. He's like, are they gonna fill the table up? Like, he's already pissed off because we were 8-handed, not 9, and now that I'm leaving, we're 7. That's how rarely games in every other city are anything but full. That's 7-handed, and I'd only been gone from the table for like 3 seconds. Is getting that guy that mad that he has to voice his frustration to his friend. There are days in Vegas, I don't know where I parked. There are days in Vegas where like I dream of being 7-handed the entire night and it doesn't come close to happening. Here, they get to 7-handed for like 3 seconds and the guy's mad. It's awesome. All right, found my car. Yeah, it's snowing, only 35 minutes to Delaware Park in Wilmington, Delaware, I think, and I gotta wipe the snow off my car because there's snow covering all the windows. So I'm gonna do that and then get to Delaware. I'm hungry. There might be a Wawa nearby. All right, was driving out from Park, saw my favorite restaurant, Wawa, so grabbed a sandwich. Actually, they emailed me today, all the classic size sandwiches, $6. So got one. Might even go near Horseshoe, Baltimore, and near Atlantic City. Could be 3 in one night. Anyway, gonna eat this. Maybe sitting here, maybe while I'm driving and trying not to die, and on my way to Delaware Park in Wilmington. All right, it is much darker than it looks like, and the snow is not coming down anymore, but it is on the ground, and it's not plowed. So everyone's only driving like 40, 45 miles an hour. So this trip to Delaware is taking a lot longer, and I think I'm only gonna play like 30 minutes in Delaware and Baltimore, just get to AC as quickly as possible because of the conditions. It's going to take longer than I thought to drive to Baltimore. It's going to take longer than the 2 hours, 10 minutes to drive to Atlantic City. So that's the plan, but I'm getting there safely. All right, as soon as I turned the camera off, it stopped snowing, and we were just driving through a little bit of rain, and now there's more snow on the ground and it's snowing. But I'm here, casino at Delaware Park. Bothered me a little that the sign a mile away at the front of the driveway said racetrack and slots. Didn't mention anything else, but pretty sure it's the right place. And yeah, only gonna play a half hour and want to get to my next stops as quickly as possible. So I will let you know what happened. Did I tell you? I think I told you all the results. Pretty sure. Yeah, so up to date on everything. See you in a half hour. All right, so it was difficult to find, to say the least. So I parked on this side, I don't know, north, south, whatever this side is. I walked like the length of the first floor, and I was worried this wasn't up the building with the poker in it. Finally saw a small sign that said poker, second floor. Went up to the second floor, and there was like nothing right there at the top of the escalator. So I started to walk back towards this side of the building where I parked, because the other way just looked like emptiness. Like restaurants that weren't in use or something. So I walked back this way, and it was just slot machines. So I walked back to the escalator, walked back down that hallway where it looked like nothing was, and past all the restaurants that aren't open. All the way at the end of the other side of the building was poker. It was modern, like the chips, like the chairs and the tables and everything. Caught a break that there were 2 tables going, and there were open seats. You know, it's funny, I walked up to the table, and it sounded like they were thinking about breaking the table they sent me to, because they were only 6-handed, which is hilarious. That's 6-handed. I mean, I want to break sometimes in Vegas when we're 6-handed, but it's because I know in an instant we're going to be like 3-handed. Like 6-handed here, that table's probably going to be 6-handed for like the next 3 hours, at least until the football game's still going on. You know, we're near Philadelphia, and the Eagles are playing right now. They're losing to the Bucks 25-9. So here I am back at the car. Gonna drive, I guess, kind of slowly. If you can't, yeah, you could see the snow, the sleet, whatever. Drive to Horseshoe, Baltimore. As much as I would like to play a long, fun section at the Horseshoe, Baltimore, just gonna be 30 minutes. I want to get to AC as quickly as I can with all this weather, so it's gonna be 30 minutes there. Here, it was exactly 30 minutes, and what happened? I lost $32. On the big hand, I made a 25 in a straddled pot, and one guy was waiting in the weeds to limp shove his last 150 bucks, and he won a 3-way all-in. But that was really the only hand I played in this 30 minutes. All right, it's like 12:22, and I just realized I just drove like almost 2 hours through the snow and the rain and the dark to come down here to Baltimore to play like a 30-minute session. That's awesome. All right, I'm gonna go in, gotta put the camera away. They're checking my bag, because, you know, people come in with weapons and stuff. And 30 minutes, and then I'm getting to AC. All right, I played like 35 minutes. That was an amazing table. Feels bad to leave, but in these conditions, these weather conditions, it's gonna take like 3 hours to get to AC. I gotta get there and see if they have a game going to finish this. Also, classic Baltimore, I was the only white guy at that table. But now I gotta be quiet, put my camera away so I'm not murdered in the parking garage for electronics. All right, the camera is not doing justice to how dark it is. It is incredibly dark. There's no more street lights. It is wet, it's slippery, it's snowing. Good thing this guy is in front of me, because I'm just following in his tracks. We got like one lane kind of plowed, and others not really. And at times we're just like straddling the, you know, the white dashes, just because we want our tires like on parts of the road that are cleared the best they are. So whatever, I got about 2 hours 10 minutes, although that's if driving conditions were good. But 2 hours 10 minutes, and the GPS is just going to keep inching up. I don't know, I figure it'll be more like I don't know, 3 hours until I get there. So just trying to get there safely and hope when I'm there, ideally when I'm there, Harrah's has a game going. I'm parking in Harrah's. Ideally, Harrah's has a game going. I don't have a room for tonight because there was no point. They would just give my room away, or at least cancel the reservation. I doubt they're booked, but cancel the reservation when I don't show up by 3 a.m., which I knew it would be around this time. So I don't have a room, but ideally I would just like talk to someone into like letting me check in like 12 hours early, because I do have a reservation at Harrah's for Tuesday. So whatever they want to call it, a 12-hour early check-in, or pay for a Monday night room. I don't care what they call it. I really don't want to pay like 75 or 100 bucks for like just a few hours. I would gladly pay like 25 bucks to check in at like 5 a.m. instead of waiting until probably like 11 a.m. or noon. So whatever, that's the plan. And yeah, it is way, way darker than the camera is making this view, but I'm making it, and I'm going about 45 miles per hour, probably like the whole way to AC.